That's me like. That's when you're live in the kitchen and you're like happy because it's Friday. What's up, people? It's Friday. I'm in my kitchen. The windows are up because it's officially spring, people. That's all I know. It's officially spring. You know what I'm hoping? That you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're living your best life today. I'm hoping that you can see this here bacon on the plate that's going to be going on top of the salad that I'm going to be preparing right in your face on this here live. Okay? Hello, my peeps out on Facebook. It's Friday Live. I'm your girl, Shaniqua Cousins, and I'm coming to you from my very own kitchen. That's right, I'm coming to you from my kitchen. You know how we do it. Once a month, you and I get together. We hang out in this kitchen. You pull up a seat, I cook, you watch me eat. You don't really eat it, I eat it. Sometimes I have a guest, sometimes I don't. We do a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of inspiration. We give highlights and updates and so much more, okay? You know the first thing I need to do? I need to go in here because I have my tablet on this side. That'll save me from having to walk around there to talk to you the whole time. I'm just going to pull it up here on the tablet. That's what I'm going to do. Because sometimes it gets a little bit, it's too much going on. And I don't have time to be coming back and forth. And you're like, can she just cook the food instead of walking back and forth in the kitchen? I mean, walking back and forth to the thing. And I'm like, I'm trying. But, you know, I'm just saying. I do need to do one thing, though. Let me do one thing. No, I don't want to do that. What am I doing here? I just want to take this thing off. Here we go. I'll take that off. Hey, how are you? Up in the camera. That's right, people. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. Move this. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. I know you have a lot of stuff to do. And I have a lot of stuff to do. So we're going to jump right in. There's some of you that you're going to see this back on the feed a little bit later. And, you know, we'll hang out and talk then. But for right now, for those of you that are truly live, I'm going to get started. So here's what I'm doing today. I have some leftover bacon grease from earlier. I just throw it and put it in this little cup, you know, old school. I'm not sure if your mom used to do this, but she would take that leftover bacon grease and make miracles happen. Hold on. And so I cooked my bacon in the oven earlier, and then just drained off the grease. This pan is nice and hot. Just drained off the grease because I wanted to use it for the ribeye steaks that are about to go in here. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because that's going to add flavor, lots of flavor to the steak. Now, let me tell you what I did with these steaks earlier. I took my steaks, seasoned them with my homemade ribeye steak secret recipe seasoning, and then I put them on this little tray because I didn't want them to be flat. I wanted to air cool, basically, in the fridge to seal in the seasoning. Now, my secret ingredient in here, because you know me and you are friends, my secret ingredient in this, what's the word I'm looking for? And the seasoning is coffee. I use coffee grounds. Just so you know. That's right, I said coffee grounds. Try it, you will love it. You will not eat a steak without the coffee grounds from this point forward. Once you go in like this. So I have coffee grounds, I have garlic powder, salt, some pink salt, some cracked black and red peppers, some onion powder, a little bit of brown sugar, and I think that's it. I'm just going off from memory right now. And I seasoned the steak. I gave them a nice rub so that they would, to really get into the grooves of the steak. And then I set it in the refrigerator for about 3 hours or so. Okay, so that's where we are with that. In the meantime and in between time, I baked my bacon in the oven. and then boil some eggs, because what's happening, in case I didn't tell you, I'm going to put right before your eyes, I'm going to build a nice, succulent, juicy ribeye steak salad. So the bed of the salad is some organic spinach. I also have some asparagus and some red onions. So I'm going to sear the asparagus and the onion in the same pan. Do we clean pans on here? No, we don't. We don't clean pans, because all of that is building flavor. So I'm going to get my steaks in, get them out, and let them rest, because you want to let your meat rest, because otherwise it's going to be dry. That's all I know. You don't want dry meat. All right, so let me move this stuff off. I hope you are having a great Friday so far. It is beautiful where I'm at. Not sure where you are, but it is beautiful where I'm at. I'm going to use the same foil just to tint my stuff, so I had to shake a little bit of the stuff off. It is beautiful where I'm at. I am like so excited, because today is the first, I'm in Maryland, and today is like our first like almost 80-degree day. So when I'm done here, I'm hitting those streets. That's all I'm saying. Don't look for me, I'll be gone. Okay? That's a song, I believe. I'll be gone, far gone, in these streets. What am I doing? Not sure, because I'm still wearing a mask and stuff, but that's all I know. I'm going to be in these streets. This smells so good already. I wish you were here, really. I really do. I know I tell you guys this every time, but I really do wish you were here. How have you guys been doing? You know what I've been doing? I'm like, you're like, girl, you didn't give me a chance to answer. But I just want to tell you, you know what I have been primarily doing? Minding my business. I love it. It gives me such a sense of peace. When I'm just like, girl, just mind your business. Just do what you have to do to just keep your mind on your business. That's what I say when I mean mind my business. I have been minding my business, drinking all of the water, all of the sweet tea, all of it. The water, the sweet tea, doing all the working out, you know, stuff like that. And minding that business of mine. And I love it. Okay, while that's happening, you know I'm going to go ahead and do, this is the other thing I'm going to tell you about. Now, I'm not big on salad dressing. If you know me, you know that I'm not really big on like a creamy, vinegary salad dressing. That's not really my thing. But what I do love to do with my salads is I'm very simple with salad dressing. Lemon, a little bit of honey, maybe a splash of vinegar every now and then. So what I'll do right now while the meat is cooking, I'll go ahead and make my little simple salad dressing. It really isn't even, I don't even know if you can really call this a salad dressing, but it's my version of a salad dressing. So I have some raw organic honey. I'm going to pour that in my little cup here, because I just want some of the sweet, and it'll balance out with the savory, with the citrus from the lemon. And literally I'm just going to be using the lemon juice primarily as my salad dressing. I like to keep it simple. Now, if you want to, what you could do if you were making this dressing is get your whatever version of salad dressing you like. You could do that, live your best life, and put that salad dressing on. Or if you wanted to give this little simple salad dressing a little try, you could take it, if you wanted to up the creaminess factor or something, you could take and add a little bit of mustard to it. Would be good. You could do that. Or you could add in a little bit of like a vinegar. You could do an apple cider vinegar or a red wine vinegar or something like that. You could add that to it. That wouldn't give it necessarily the creaminess, but it would give it a little bit more bite, if you would. Now, can we just talk about this cute little lemon thing? Can we talk about it? Anybody? You want to talk about it? It's the cutest little lemon thing I found. When you're done with your lemons, you can put them in there. You know, sometimes you have a slice. You slice up a piece of lemon and you're not done. Ooh, that steak is seared. You can put it in this cute little lemon holder thingy majiggy. I just think it's so adorable. Turn my steak. Ooh. I thought I was going to need to use some of the olive oil, and I don't know that I will have to use some of the olive oil, but I put it there just in case. But yeah, that little lemon thing is so cute. Now back to this here dressing. Very simple. Just give that a shake. Let the lemon juice and the honey combine. Simple. And again, if you wanted to add a little mustard to give it like a little bit more of a creamy texture, you could do that. A little bit of vinegar would be good in this. But for me, I love the sweet and the citrusy, lemony little kick that this has on top of this salad. And you just watch how the salad comes together before your eyes. And I want to then just drizzle, just give it a little drizzle of this here dressing. If you can even call it a dressing. It's my version of a dressing. Now, the steaks are looking good. What I'm also going to do is, who is this? Let me make the steak. What I'm also going to do is chop up the onions, not chop up the onions, but chop up the eggs and the bacon now. And get that back on the plate. Because I'm telling you, this is about to come together in like no time. Now, you could, if you wanted to, you could buy yourself some pre-made bacon. Now, do I recommend it? Nope. Just throw yourself some bacon in the oven. Set it out on a little piece of paper. I mean, another dish towel, about a napkin. Soak up some of that fat. And just live your best life. You can even do that like at the beginning of the week, like on a Sunday or so, or Monday. Make up a bunch of bacon if you want to use it throughout the week to top your salad. Do that. Just stick it in the refrigerator. You don't have to buy the pre-bought stuff. That's my recommendation. A little boiled egg. Just do a little bit of slices with that. You know, a little tip that I use for eggs, I learned this from one of my co-workers a few years back. If you put in a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of baking soda in the water, it helps the eggs crack completely. I mean, it helps the shells come off easy. So I throw in a little bit of baking soda when I boil eggs now. I used to do it with salt. I learned that from my Aunt Joni, but it seems like the baking soda works better than the salt for some reason. I'm sure there's some science behind that. I just don't have that information handy for you in this very moment. Okay? So we're going to slice up the eggs. Continue to slice these up. And then it's going to be time to pull the steaks out here in a second. So we got eggs. We have bacon. We have steaks going. We have the little, my version of a salad dressing going. And you know what else I want to do? Drink me some water. Alrighty. What else do I have to cook? Only the asparagus and the onions. I had to think about it for a second. I believe I have everything. Listen. Here's something that I want to talk to you about for the encouragement segment today. Not sure if you're on the on my newsletter list or not. If you're not, I would recommend that you go out there and get signed up for the newsletter. Because there's always good information being shared out there in the newsletter. But one of the things that I shared just for consideration with the newsletter peeps this week was, I'm going to say this on the end too because I want to get it nice and juicy, was to really think about what's next for your life. Like, what is next on your agenda? What is the next thing that you'll do? Especially now that we're in the month of March. And you know how we start out the new year all, you know, gung-ho. We're going to do all the things, right? And then by the time March rolls around, we already forgot about the things that we said we were going to do. In a lot of cases, we forget about the things. But I really want you to think about what's next for yourself. And what are you willing, or what didn't you accomplish that you said you would accomplish by this time of the year, right? Really think about it and really commit to going after it. There's so many so many things that we want and we desire, and we can see it. Like, we can have an appetite for that thing. We can literally see it on the horizon. And sometimes, as time goes on, we forget about it. It becomes faint. We're just like what's the word I'm looking for? The energy and the passion that we had when we first thought about the thing, it's gone. And it just becomes this thing that sits on the bookshelves of our hearts. And I really want you to think about, I'm going to give this a little taste. I really want you to think about what it is that you're willing to commit to so that you could really, truly experience life differently. That tastes so good. Really think about, I need this little thing right here. Really think about what it is that you're excited about. Like, what gets you going? Like, what is that dream that you thought you would have accomplished by now? Or that, just what desires are on your heart? And really think about when that thing comes to pass. Like, what will you feel like? What will it be like? Who will be there? Who will you share the moment with? Like, really think about that and let yourself just go with the flow of your life. No longer should we resist. I'm going to let this just kind of chill out for a minute. Don't resist. Let me see. Let's stop resisting the inevitable of our lives, right? It's like we want things, but the requirements to get the things can be a deterrent for many of us. It can truly be a deterrent. I'm going to cook the onions. Let me put this down first. I'm just going to temp this so it'll continue having a little bit of that carryover cooking. I'm going to do the onions. I am going to add a little bit of olive oil and do the onions. So back to what I was saying. Like, and I brought this up because I've had this particular conversation with several people over the last few weeks, and the same recurring hesitant or the same recurring theme for why we haven't gotten certain things in our lives, it kept coming up. And part of it was that we haven't really truly fully committed ourselves to the things that we want. We haven't truly fully engaged and engaged with with our whole heart to truly execute on the things that we want. And I truly want you and I to live the life that we envision for ourselves. Like, how great would that be to truly live the life that you can see for yourself? That's that's what keeps me going in so many different areas of my life with regards to, it just keeps me going. It just keeps me going. It keeps the fire lit, if you would. Because I really am, I'm really passionate about experiencing life and seeing people experience their lives, not just sort of float through this thing and like, okay, when's the exit, that kind of stuff. Like, really be engaged and excited and create the realities that you would like to see for yourself. Don't make it someone else's responsibility to create the realities that we would love to see in our lives. And although there are interdependencies, right? Like, we exist in a world with other people for a reason. And so there are interdependencies that we have, but don't let it be the reason why we truly don't experience life. Like, really live out what's on our hearts. Like, don't let that be the thing that stops you from living the fact that someone else has something, someone else is doing something. They're causing me not to be able to live the reality. Like, let's not put it off on other people for us to live what we have in our hearts. Let's go after it. Let's focus on what we want and then focus on how do we get it. Always focus on what you want before you focus on how do I get X, Y, Z, because that can be overwhelming. If you really start sitting back and saying, and thinking about what's required for you to have the thing, if you really start sitting back thinking about all the steps that have to be taken, it can seem overwhelming at times. But it literally is step by step, moment by moment, that we create a new reality for our lives, okay? Or recreate a better, a different, whatever reality that it is that we have for our lives. So just think about that. That's really what I wanted to tell you for the encouragement segment. I wanted to keep it short and sweet and to the point. Sort of like these cranberries that are going to go on this salad that I'm making. So look, if you just got here, here's what's going down. We're making a ribeye steak salad. So before you came, I seared off 2 ribeye steaks. Have them resting underneath that foil tent over there. I have some red onions that I've added to the pan. And so these are, I'm just going to let them caramelize. Then I'm going to put in some asparagus. So I cleaned up some asparagus earlier, just cut them off, cut the rough parts, the rough ends off. So I'm going to sear the asparagus because I'm going to chop the asparagus and put it on the salad. Now, the bed of the salad is going to be some organic spinach. And then when you thought this couldn't get any better, I'm going to add some freshly chopped bacon and some eggs to the salad. I know, you're saying, I can't deal with her. I cannot deal with her. And some of you are saying that in more ways than one, for more reasons than one, than the obvious. I'll say that part. But that's not the point. Now, I'm also going to be adding these here, grilled or seared, sauteed, whatever the word that I need to use for these onions, red onions to the salad. This whole situation is about to come together. I'm just telling you, right here and now. All right, onions come out because that added more flavor too to the party. Onions on the side, and then my asparagus are going in. It's going to be delicious. Okay. Now, take that out. Turn my pan down just a little bit. I absolutely love asparagus this time of year. Like, I could eat it literally every day during the spring and summer. I just love it. Asparagus in. And it's going to take up a lot of the seasoning from the pan, right? So lift up some of that seasoning from the pan. I'm going to add some, a little bit of water because it'll kind of help to sear it and soften it up. Not sear it, but soften it up. Steam it. That's the word I'm looking for. And it'll get some of that flavor up off the pan so the asparagus is going to take it in. This is looking good. Now I don't want to add too much water because then I'll bring my pan down too cold. I'll cool my pan down too much, so I don't want to do that. But what I will do while they're hot and the pores are open some, I'm going to put some sea salt on the asparagus, right? Oh, you know what else I'm going to do with the asparagus? Add some of that lemon from earlier. I think I squeezed most of the juices out of these 2 pieces of lemon. But I'm going to try here. Oh, you know what else? I could just throw the things in. It'll help steam them up a little bit. It'll take up some of that flavor. Okay, so lemon in. Let that cook. Turn this up a little bit. And then if you just came and you're like, does she have salad dressing? Yeah. Is it the kind of salad dressing that you have in mind? I don't know. I'm just using my version of salad dressing. So I just have some organic honey and some fresh squeezed lemon. That's all. I don't do a whole lot of mixing up on my salads. I don't do it. I don't do all of that creamy. I don't zesty, none of it. Zesty Italian and all of that, I can't deal with those. I can't deal with it. So I just make my own salad dressing. And the asparagus is smelling delicious. I don't know know my Aunt Joni is on here, but she has not tried asparagus. I keep mentioning it to her. Told her she has to give it a try. Okay. Now, back to the encouragement segment. Let's see. I believe I'm done with the encouragement segment. Oh, you know the other thing I want to talk to you about, not related to the encouragement segment, but definitely related to the atmosphere that we find ourselves in. Have you guys really sat back? I don't know if you're big on journaling, right? I'm definitely big on journaling. But have you really sat back and given any thought to or really journaled or reflected on any lessons that you've learned given this climate that we're in? Like being at home for the last year or so for a lot of us, have you really sat back and thought about what lessons you've learned or what this whole thing has taught you, like on an individual level? Have you guys done that? Have you? I don't know. But if you haven't done that, I really would encourage you to do that. Really sit back and think about what is the lesson, what are the opportunities that have come out of this this time and space that we're in. Like, what is this here to teach me on an individual level? I'm not talking about every person. Like, have you gotten more in tune with your finances? Has it shown you, to have more patience in a certain area? Have you, found a new connection with your family? Like, start to really give that some thought and really allow the lesson to show itself. And hopefully there'll be a sense of appreciation for what has been taught to you over the last several months. It's been a long time. And I know there's plenty of us that want to, get out here and just start living again. But before we, hit go, sit back and really think about, what has this taught me? What is it here to show me? So I just wanted to tell you that. Now, you know one thing. Now, I have been journaling, so I've had several thoughts about what I've learned personally, given the fact that we're home now, working from home, doing Zooms and all this other stuff. But you know one thing, just on a lighter note, that I noticed that this lesson has taught me, that this environment has taught me, that I think I may need to start getting my chin waxed. Okay, because I don't know if it's the mask, I don't know if it's just that time of life for me, but I don't know if it's COVID itself. But there seems to be a lot of chin hair happening over this last year. I don't know why, but it seems like I'm having to course correct a lot in that area. Not sure why. And I don't know if I'm the only one out here by myself. You guys like to leave me out here by myself with situations like that? Not sure if you're having that happen, but I know one thing, I don't like it. I'm just going right here publicly telling you, I don't like it. Did I say chin hair? Yes, I did. Did I say I don't like it? Yes, I did. I'm going right out here publicly because I can't be the only person experiencing this situation. Okay, that's all I'm saying about that. And I'm moving right on. Now, when you see me, do not, I repeat, do not come up into my chin area trying to figure out what's happening. Don't need you all up in my space like that, okay? Do not. All right, so we are we're pretty much done here. Now it's time to build the salad, okay? It is time to build this whole situation. So now, what's going to happen, I'm going to clean up the set a little bit here, okay, people? That's what's going to happen. Clean it up. Move some stuff out of our way. Bring the star of the show back. Because you can't have a ribeye steak salad without ribeye, okay? Now, you could do the same salad with some chicken or some a different cut of steak, but I like this particular one. Well, actually, this is really my go-to salad bed for the salads that I make. You could do it with some shrimp. Would be delicious if you grilled some shrimp and did the same salad setup. It would be great. All right. Hair salad's about to go down. ribeyes come back. Boom. They finish cooking. That carryover cooking is real. You see the juices on the plate. That's another reason why I don't really care to have salad dressing, because I like to just have the juices from, if I'm eating a salad with meat in it. I like to have cooked meat. I like to have the juices from the meat as my flavor builder instead of adding a bunch of salad dressing. Okay, now take my little thing here, get some spinach, right? And what I need to do is get this other thing out of my hand. So yeah, I do have to come around for a second. Hey there, hey! This is me, live, up close, in the kitchen. Okay, that's enough. Now, here's how I'm gonna go down. How it's gonna go down. Salad on the plate. Now, let me tell you something about this little plate here. It's really a charger, okay? But I'm using it as a plate today. You know why? Because it's mine, and I can do that. That's all I'm saying. Did you ask me about that? Nope. I was just letting you know. In case you're like, why does that plate looks like a charger? I'm telling you right now, it is indeed a charger. But I'm using it as a plate because it's mine, and I can do that. Now, say you got some guests coming over. This would be a great salad. I normally would put it on this platter right here, but I'm just going to make it in my actual bowl today. Boom. Eggs on the plate. Take the bacon. Got to have the bacon. Everything's better with the bacon. Okay? Put the bacon on there. Now, I'm going to take some cranberries too, because I like a little pop of sweet. Given I put the honey on there too, a little pop of sweet. Do you like cranberries on your salad? Or should you do? Because I can't really hear you. A little bit of the red onion and the asparagus, right? Asparagus. This is about to be so good. And you want to kind of like arrange it so once you put the salad on, if I don't stop eating the stuff, that's so good. You want to arrange it so where once you put the steak on, you can still see some of the other stuff, so that the eyes is like, your eyes are like, oh wow, bacon, onions, eggs, asparagus, cranberries. You know, you're doing all of that at the same time that you're digging in. I love asparagus, I tell you. I think I told you that before. Okay. Oh, I gotta cut the steak. Okay. So we have the foundation is set. How about that? Foundation set. Okay, move that over. Just for a second. I don't know why I always bring napkins in here as if I'm about to sit down to the table, but it's just in me, okay? It's just in me. I need a cutting board. Let me see if I have my small cutting board. I'll have to use a big cutting board. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to move this out of the way because this is getting on my nerves right now. All right, here we go. Cutting board. Steak. I'll wash that in a minute. What did I do with my big fork? Oh, it's in my hand. Steak. Juicy steak. Okay? Knife. Let's go. Cut it. Now, some people like their steak super pink. Some people like their steaks super well done. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't want steak to be like, I don't want it super well done, but I also don't want it pink. I'm not about that life. So you make the steak the way you want to make the steak. You put it on the salad like so. Kind of like feather it out. No need to even put this little piece on. I just need to eat that little piece. But I'll add another little piece. Right there. And then, I want to take some of these juices from the plate, add it on top of the steak, right? You see how that rhymed? The juices from the plate on top of the steak. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty, here we go. Steak goes back. This comes out. Cutting board goes away because it doesn't need to stay there. Now, take my dressing that I made earlier and just simply give this a little drizzle. It's going to be so good. You get the sweetness from the honey and the cranberry sauce. I mean the cranberry, I'm talking about cranberry sauce. You get the sweetness from the cranberry and the honey. All right, don't worry. Don't you worry. I'm coming. I'm coming to you. I didn't put some stuff on my shirt. Here we go. I bring my fork over to you. Okay, here we go. You see how all of that just came together? Do you see you can see the bacon right there, the egg, the asparagus, the onions, all of it is right there for you. Do you see the juicy profile of the steak? You see that sear? That dark sear is a combination of stuff. You're gonna have to go back on the timeline. Check it out. See what all I put in here. Now it's time to make it do what it do. So here's what I like to get a whole bunch of everything all together. The egg, everything. And then of course the star of the show. The ribeye. So I got everything in this bite. Asparagus, everything. Let me tell you something. First, let me eat another piece before I tell you something. Okay. Hold that thought. Listen, you gotta make the salad. If you don't eat beef, that's fine. I'm all for it. Use something else. Try another protein. Or if you're vegetarian, like my daughter, exclude the meat and add in some grilled cauliflower, or maybe some, what else would be good in here? If you do like your grilled tofu, if you want to do that, that's all I really have. Now, if you don't like beef, try, this would be good for like a grilled chicken breast, or you could do some shrimp. That would be really good in the salad. I use the same salad base. So if you ever come to my house, this is the same salad base that you're going to see. You're going to see spinach. I might mix it up and do a little bit of romaine. No, I won't. You'll see the same salad base. I'll use the organic spinach, some grilled onions, cranberry, eggs. That's like a given. Then if it's the summer or the spring, I'm going to add in the grilled asparagus. This is so good. And then you get that honey. honey and the lemon. Not even gonna lie to you. This is my real lunch today. And normally, I don't take this many bites. I normally wait until I turn off the camera, and then I sit over here at my table and eat. But you know what? I'm not doing that today. Okay. What time we got? Oh, it's gonna be time for us to go. So listen. The best news of all is that we're gonna be done by 12:30 today, because that's how we do it. You come here at 11:30. I get through this hour of power. We do the cooking, the encouragement segment, a little bit of highlight and update. I told you about the COVID. Think about that journal. If you haven't, really think about what not just the virus itself, but the fact that we have been at home. We've had to adjust our lives. We've had to really, adjust our life. For some of us, really, there have been some really big adjustments. There's been loss of loved ones, and so you really had to adjust. Not having that family member around anymore. There's been a lot of adjustments and a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Just a newness of life for so many people in so many ways. Some good, some bad, right? But really sit back and think about what have you learned over the last year? What has this thing come to teach us, right? The isolation, the not being able to go and do things the way that we normally would. What has it really taught me personally? I'm talking about at an individual level. Really sit back and think about that. The next live will be April 16th. We're here in my kitchen, people. Right in this spot, right here in the kitchen next month. We'll have another live. I told you earlier about the newsletter. So if you're not on the newsletter, go out and get signed up on the newsletter on my website. This is where you will get, I don't send newsletters out every week. I don't send newsletters out really every month. You get it's like a bi-monthly kind of thing. So you get 2 months worth of information in one newsletter, okay? So you can go out there, see what's happening, keep in touch with the community, all that stuff. To catch the next show, see the what's cooking in the kitchen, all that good stuff. All of the stuff is out there. And of course, there's always an inspirational, encouragement, motivational segment in the newsletter as well. So I just go a little bit deeper than I would here on the live. And then the other thing is, if you're saying to yourself, man, I sure wish she would cook something. I wish she would do baked potato. I wish she would do whatever. You don't always have to leave it in the comments. You can now go out on ShaniquaCousins.com and you can leave me a voice message. Okay? You can actually leave me a voice message. Now, all you have to do, let me show you how simple it is. If you're saying, I sure would like to know how I could reach her, you would just go out. It's Shaniqua. That's SHANIQUA, cousins.com. You hit that go. It's going to pop up. You're going to see her, right? She looks like me. That is me. She is me. Me is she. Now, you go out here. You see that lady? That's me. You see the ring light too in there? Well, you see this pink thing right here? If you hit it, it says send voice message. You click that and it'll come up and they'll say start recording. You can send your girl a message. You don't have to be texting, leaving messages in the live feed and I might not see it. Hit me up on a message. Say, hey girl, I would like to see you make whatever. Or, hey girl, I would like to come out and hang out in your kitchen. You do know that everybody can't come in the kitchen, but still, you get the point. You can leave your girl a message. And then guess what? I'm going to get it. I'm going to say, oh, that was Krista. Oh, that was, Sarah. Oh, that was Titania. Oh my gosh. They want to do, give your girl some suggestions if you want to see something else cooking in the kitchen. Or maybe you have a thought for a segment for the show. It's our community. Let's make it happen. So again, go to ShaniquaCousins.com. Let me go back one more time for you. You see her? She is me. I am she. Then you can hit that little thing that says send a voice message. Boom. Comes up. Start recording. Now, if you think you're about to leave me a 10-minute message, not going to happen. You got about 90 seconds. Tell your girl what you would like to see happen. Okay? So now, that's the voice message piece. What else do I have for you? Boom, boom, boom. Guess what? Guess what's coming back, people? Cookbooks are back in stock April 12th. Mark your calendars. Monday, April 12th. The cookbooks, Shaniqua Cousins Flavored with Love, will be back on shelves April 12th. I am so excited. It has been a journey, a real journey. And like I had to stop and ask myself, now what is this here to teach me? I had to really talk myself through it, but I'm just letting you know, I am so happy to see a new finish with regards to getting that whole project underway. So you have been asking, hey girl, when is the cookbook coming back? It is coming back on shelves April 12th, okay? I just want to let you know. And then if you're saying to yourself, where do I purchase the cookbook? I'm going to take you one more time. You would go here, ShaniquaCousins.com or Amazon.com to purchase yourself a cookbook, okay? So you would go to, if you came out here, you would go to ShaniquaCousins.com. Then you would see this button here. Let me show you. And I'm only doing this because I'm a visual learner, okay? Some people may not be. Who is this that sent me something? Looked like Paula. Approve. Live. So I'm just adding her. I just said, Paula, okay, girl, I'll add you. So if you go to ShaniquaCousins.com again, you hit that little button there that says shop, right? It's going to take you to my store. And then in the store, you're saying, I sure want to. Guys, this is Paula. Paula wants to be on the live, so add her, okay? Clearly,
I may be at
you
work.
Shouldn't be on the live,
I may
Paula,
be at
because
work
clearly
on a little
you're at
lunch
work,
break.
okay? I'm just telling everybody, Paula, that the book is coming back in stock.
I'm super excited about that.
I can't hear you because my thing is plugged in, so I can't hear you. I can just see your mouth. So, books are coming back in stock April 12th, Paula. Woo! Okay? So, you can go out on the website and or Amazon.com for books. Now, there's some of you that, you know me personally. So, there are some deliveries that will be happening to you personally, okay? I just want to let you know. Paula, if you missed it, I made a seared ribeye steak salad. Okay.
I didn't miss it. I saw it. It was delicious.
And again, Paula, I can't hear you. I can only see your mouth moving. I can't really hear you. I can turn up my volume on here, but it's too late for that, Paula. So, ribeye steak salad. I'll come around so you can see me take a bite. Are you there with the captains?
Hold on, let me get him.
People are like, who are the captains? Where is she?
Okay, she can't hear us.
This is where I wrap up the show. Paula and Captain are on. There's a lot happening right now. That's all I really have. Books are back in stock. April 12th, you can go to ShaniquaCousins.com or Amazon.com to get the book.
They can hear you too.
And then if you want to leave me a voicemail, guess what? You can go to ShaniquaCousins.com, hit the voicemail button. I'll receive your message and, all that good stuff. If you think you're going to leave me a 10-minute message, you won't. You have about 90 seconds to talk to your girl. Oh, 90 seconds, okay? So, look, that's all I really have for you. In the meantime and in between time, I pray that you are blessed, and I'll see you next month, April 16th at 11:30 a.m. See ya. Do you want some salad?
Yes, I do, but I can't eat meat today.
I'll make you a salad.
Okay, I'll come over.
Get off of my live feed. See ya.
Bye.